Hi folks, Pat here, and today's rant is about Rush Limbaugh of all people. Now, couple disclosures. I'm not a huge Rush Limbaugh fan. I don't follow the man. Obviously I read the text of the shows occasionally and catch excerpts of it. If I watch Greta Van Susteren show, at night, she features him regularly, so I'll catch, a minute or two of them here and there. But that's the extent of my following the man. On the other hand, I don't dislike him either. I mean, Rush Limbaugh is a force for the right. He is a hard hitter. He doesn't mince words, and he basically attacks the left and challenges the left every day, and he does it well. I mean, look at me compared to Rush Limbaugh. Who am I to talk? The reason for the rant is that this weekend there was a NASCAR event, and at the event, Michelle Obama came with some veterans, that she works with in her outreach programs there, and she was booed, which I have a problem with that I'll talk about later. But after the race, Rush came out and made the comment that the reason the Obamas were booed, that Michelle Obama was booed, is because NASCAR fans felt like her and her husband treated them with uppittyism, and there were some people who had issues with the use of the word. And I'm here to tell you, Rush, I agree with him. Okay, uppity is a word that, I grew up in the 60s, and I grew up, where there was a lot of racial tension. And uppity was a word you used to describe blacks who didn't know their place or who acted above themselves somehow, acted like they were high and mighty. And it was a word that was racially charged, had racial overtones, and, when someone said it, you knew exactly what they meant. So, to use it today in conversation, I don't think it's acceptable. It's not like Rush has a limited vocabulary, and that he couldn't have said something along the lines of, well, the reason that NASCAR fans don't like the Obamas is the Obamas act like, that they're above them somehow. To me, that would have been acceptable, because I believe that, and that would have been acceptable. And it's not like he didn't have, a million other words that he could have used to describe the feeling. I don't think he had to fall back on the use of the word uppity or uppittyism. So as far as that goes, that's my rant with Rush. And the rest of the story is, I'm not a huge Michelle Obama fan. I'm not a Michelle Obama fan at all. To be honest with you, she has a lot of baggage. And I think, honestly, she's a hypocrite. Her and Valerie Jarrett and David Axelrod and her husband, they had a lot of, less than stellar dealings with the public in the past before they became, the First Lady and President. Chief among which was the patient dumping scandal that Michelle was involved in when she worked at the Chicago Medical Center, University of Chicago Medical Center. And the left portrays her like she's, some kind of self-made woman who rose from the ranks of whatever, and that's not really true. She's very condescending a lot of times too. She gave a speech to kids telling them how, she was a highly paid lawyer, but she left that job because she wanted to follow her heart and do something meaningful to help people. Well, let's see. As a lawyer, she made about $100,000 a year. She left that job to work for the University of Chicago Medical Center, where she eventually ended up making $320,000 a year. So I'm not sure where the sacrifice is there. And if by helping people you mean by refusing to see them in your emergency room and shipping them down the street, I guess that's helping people. Anyhow, all those things aside, though, doesn't negate the fact that she was there with veterans, and booing her, and booing the veterans didn't make a whole lot of sense. I can understand disliking her. I can understand disliking her politics. I can certainly understand disliking her husband's politics. But I don't understand the booing at that time and place, and don't feel it was really necessary. So, whatever. Those are my feelings, and that's my rant for today, and so thanks for listening. Bye now.